Do skirmish miniatures really have to come with this much paper? Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good day. Today I'd like to talk about wastefulness, because there's many skirmish games out there, including Conquest, there's Warhammer, there's Malifaux, there's Lord of the Rings, there's all sorts of tabletop skirmish games and war tactic games and all sorts of stuff like that. But do they all come with every single language pretty much available in a box set? And I'm talking about Atomic Mass Games today and their Star Wars Shatterpoint. And I'm talking about, I have, pretty much every expansion you can think of for this game. I have a few that I don't have, but they each come with, I think, is it 4 or 5 different languages, including English and French. But then you end up with a stockpile, and this is just the, the actual player cards, like the actual character cards. Then you toss in, which they recently released, their new skirmish pack, like their sabotage pack, which has all the scenarios and all that, but again in a whole bunch of languages. But going back to the characters, you have their stats and you have their player cards that you use to draw who's coming up next. Well, look at the size. And I've taken out 1 copy extra in case something would happen to mine of every single character. So just in case, I kept 1. So there's more than just this pile. So if you end up, and I know, like I said, I'm missing a few, I think 3 expansions. Look at that. Like, unbelievable. It's ridiculous. I don't know. And the fact is that they charge a whopping $65 Canadian on average, is what I've seen throughout all of Canada online and in stores and all that. $65 Canadian, and you get 4 miniatures. In the past, I have said how sometimes it's ridiculous, the pricing of these games, where I've compared Warhammer and Conquest, and the differences in how many miniatures you get for the price is amazing. When you look at a box like Zombicide, where you get hundreds of miniatures for $100, or even, the fantasy series from Blacklist Games. I know everyone's mad at them, but you get over 200 miniatures. I didn't think that was like $100 and some dollars, or $150. So you get tons of miniatures, and they're resin and all this. These guys are plastic that you have to build, and I'm not kidding when I say they're flimsy. I literally broke, shattered a whole bunch of them. Take a look at this picture here. And they were easy to put back together, but they're very flimsy. Those lightsabers, you do not want to fool around with them. They can easily break. So, I mean, is there any way possible for Atomic Mass Games to make these packs cheaper? Because the cost of living has gone up, folks. This hobby is not cheap at all. If you look at recent Kickstarters too, plus they're lasting forever. They're taking forever before you even get them. So you got to give your hard-earned cash way up front in comparison to when you're going to get this product. I go to my store, I buy the product, I come home with it. That's great. So, but that's a different story. That's a whole other video. Today we're really talking about wastefulness. I don't know what to do with this. I mean, do I give them? I might give them. Do I separate them by language and then put them for free on a marketplace or anything like that? I don't know. If you play Shatterpoint and you want to pay for the shipping for these and you play in a different language other than English, write in the comments below. I have an email you can get to in my About section. You can write to me an email if you want. We could figure something out if you need the languages. Plus, what the worst part is, you can go on their website and you can print out these cards. If you have good card stock at home, you could laminate them. If you can find proxies, I know in tournaments that's not legal, but if you just want to play this game, I mean, they could develop an app that has all this information in it. Plus, with all the mechanics on this game that you need to learn and remember, like certain cards work, or certain miniatures work really well with other miniatures, and if they're this and they're that, well, it would be cool. I mean, there is a website that you can create your deck based on keywords you're looking for, but I'm just trying to find a way that Atomic Mass Games can save people some money. Because even when I look at Marvel Crisis Protocol, you're getting one miniature sometimes for $60. And there's not even multi-language. It's just one miniature with their cards. I'm sorry, but I can't see someone doing that. Like, I would use my Marvel Zombies and just download the cards off their website and use them as proxies, because I'm sure it would be cooler to see a Deadpool zombie in Marvel Crisis Protocol than the actual, and you can print out the bases to be able to make your own bases for Marvel Crisis Protocol. Like, people are probably going to start doing that because the cost is just way too high. These companies need to find a way to reduce the cost for us hobbyists who love this game, because one, you're going to kill the hobby. Like, even Shatterpoint in my area is not super popular. It's not massive, and it sucks because it is a great game. I love it. It's actually one that I like playing. I haven't won a single game, but that doesn't mean it's because I'm not good. Well, probably, but that's a different story again for another video. But this is just the point that we don't need to pay $65 for a stack of cards and some plastic. We want to pay for the good quality plastic, sure, but in the language of our choice. I mean, I don't know if this can reduce costs. I don't know if this means they have to produce, or if you want, sell the cards separately. You buy the minis and you buy the language you want. Yes, it's nice to give everybody the option in that package when you open it, but it becomes more of an issue where I'm going to possibly throw these all out, recycle them. So why did I spend all that extra cash on a bunch of paper? I don't need it. It's great and all for the people who want to play in different languages in Europe, who are going to play in German, French, English, whatever language. I think there's Spanish and Italian, I think, in there. So sure, I could go across Europe if I wanted to and go play with different people. I don't know how to speak most of those languages, but hey, I got the cards. At least I'll go to some guys and say, look, I'm playing whatever this says. Anyways, I want to know what you guys think of this, and what hobby, or what part of this hobby, the miniature painting world too. Because there's a lot of miniatures out there I would love to paint, especially in Warhammer. Some of their miniatures are so cool, but I'm not going to go spend $155 on 20 miniatures. Well, I technically did with Star Wars, but that's a different story. I also traded in my entire Conquest armies, and I had lots just to get Shatterpoint stuff, because I was like, well, I'm never going to play Conquest again. I'm going to get into Shatterpoint. Let's trade those up. So anyways, again, so I just want to know what your thoughts are on wastefulness like this from a company. Should they reduce that somehow? Is there a tip that they could do? Like I said, an app, anything that they could allow. Like, if we print out their stuff, I'm assuming that is allowed. They have all the material online. I'm assuming you can just print it out. In the boxes, make an English, a French. In the country is, I mean, if you look in the US, it's usually Spanish and English. Okay, in Europe, well, I think maybe if you're selling in Germany, you sell it in German and English. In France, maybe France, French and English. But I don't need 6 languages in a box. Come on, really? Just my 2 cents on this. Anyways, folks, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this kind of video. I know it's not a painting video and it's not a tutorial or anything like that. It was just what I was feeling recently on the screw job that companies like to do on us hobbyists. Anyways, again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.